inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Going to go to the air right away. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Chargers. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, I don't want to overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly trying to score every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kelly. And he'll just get rid of it. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A play fake, now Kelly. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got in their stride going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, and maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright.
Now Kelly. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 36. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Kelly. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Running the jet sweep, Thornton. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On the crossing route, complete. It's Goodwin. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with an early momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Play action, it's Kelly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Now a throw to the end end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Play action. It's Herbert. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now receiver in motion left. Herbert throwing again. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
New England on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Kelly. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game, because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Of note, that last throw right there, putting it over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, You think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Completes it to Hardman. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tyreek Hill.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this 1st half.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And a round is on here in this 1st half. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that would cover beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Herbert on 1st down now. Finding Hardman here over the middle.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the 17, Herbert. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this 1st half. 5 catches now and a 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Mecole Hardman, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Kelly. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said,
touchdown! Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Hopkins with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael Davis.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is, if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Mecole Hardman as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the round is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Kelly. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Pushed it upward.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. To throw is Kelly. To throw from his end zone.
Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there. A gain of 14 and a first down.
Harris running straight ahead. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and second down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He sets to fire deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
So, Charles, you know, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. To the air again, Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Setting up to throw on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like that credit to the defense there, right?
Yeah, you do I ever.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A play fake. Now Kelly. Looking for Campbell downfield. And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Well, still throwing here with a big third-quarter lead, but that time this defense gets a measure of revenge.
One of the few positive moments they've had on either side of the football, really. Things have definitely not gone their way, but maybe their offense can seize on this and put some points on the board.
On the move to his left. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Kelly. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now Kelly. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Kelly throwing on 4th down. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get run back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yes, touchdown! Gerald Everett with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To throw again on second down. Kelly, he's going to try and go deep again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last
play. Here's Kelly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Kelly to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people and their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Herbert.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Nicole Hardman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Hopkins with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Kelly to throw. Smith catches left side. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Kelly can't get away, and he's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw, Kelly.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll go down at the 28. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. Nobody's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
It's been a tough go for them. Still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Right where this set of down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is some...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. It's brought in by Harris. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Patsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Michael Davis. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover.